Hey guys, what's up? Today we took a look over another Transformers Age of the Primes for you guys. And I'm actually pretty excited for this one because I finally have the last figure I need for my Aerialbots. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm actually talking about this right here. So today we're going to take a look over is the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Aerialbot Air Rid. Before we continue on, I need you guys to do me a little bit of a quick favor, so I'll be right back. Hey you! Stop what you're doing! Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and enjoy your day. Yes, this is the last figure I need for my Superion Combiner, and I'm actually pretty excited to have this in my collection because, if you guys remember, I've been trying to get this figure, but except I couldn't. So long story short, I got interrupted, so yeah. And plus, it's actually one of the figures that was actually one of the most harder ones to get. If you guys remember one of the previous toy hunt video that I made months ago, I found that one alongside with Slingshot at the Walmart by Pasadena. Well, Pasadena, Texas. So, and I know I didn't even get it, but yeah. So this one was part of the Wave 1 figures during the Age of the Primes, and one of the first combiners got released, so yeah. So here's what the package style is going to look like right here. You see Air Rid artwork and robot and vehicle mode right there. Looking so amazing. 17 step. 1 out of 5 of Superion right here. On one side we have is the Superion Combiner right there. And the other side is the part of the poster for the Age of the Primes. You got Onyx, Nexus, and you got, I think this is Leech Maximo right here. No, I think that's Quintus. I think it is Quintus. No, it could be Leech Maximum. I don't know, to be honest with you. No, it is Quintus, alright. Okay, I'm just very exhausted right now. Nothing in the top, minus the set, the name of it right here. You got the Takara Tomy logo right there. Nothing at the bottom. And to come to the back right of it right here, you can see everything is the same right here. Transform to 17 steps, so yeah. Alright, let's move the box out of the way. Alright, so comes with 2 guns right here. Different guns this time, like the one from the other Aerialbots right there. Cast in black plastic, and it does come with some wings right there, so do not toss them out. These wings right there, the back of it, the teal wings, so yeah. So here it is. Air Rid in his vehicle mode right there. Now, if you guys remember of my Skydive review, this is the original mold that they used that came out during Wave 1. So yeah. Anyways, the paint and sculpted detail on Air Rid looks amazing. The black, white, and the red all the way to the bottom right here looks pretty good on the jet mode, and it does look fantastic what Hasbro did. Comparing this one with the original toy and the Combiner Wars version, this is a better looking jet mode I've ever seen. Now, on the photo art on it right there, it does have the Autobot logo at the front of the nose cone. Unfortunately, though, on the actual toy, it does not. Which, I have no clue why Hasbro didn't even bother add it there. But you do have Autobot logos at the side of the wings back there. So, I am kind of a bit disappointed of it right here. Well, there's also another Autobot logo right down there on the landing gear, which is also part of the chest of Air Rid right there. And let's talk about the elephant in the room here. There's, of course, there's a lot of kibble down there for the jet mode, and does kind of suck. So, but that's every Jetformer figures are these days. So there's actually not much to talk about. You can actually fold all the way the landing gear up like that, but I'm not gonna do it because it's actually pretty hard to take it out, and plus I kind of cut my nails today, and yeah, we're filming on that somehow. I wish they could add a little bit more red and a little bit more white to break up the black, just my opinion. So yeah, and still today, this is the first time owning an Air Rid figure, and this is actually one of the coolest one I've ever seen. You do have some details on the back of it right there. It looks fantastic. Not much I would say about. You do have some weapon storage back here that you can store the guns like so. Because without any weapon storage to protect himself, you get shot on sight, and yeah. And there you go, you can see the gun right there on both sides, and actually pretty nice. So that's a pretty cool jet mode right here, and I'm actually pretty happy to have this in my collection. Now, before we actually continue on with the, the transformation, let me show you guys the transformation to combined form, which is actually easy and simple. First thing to do is by flipping this front part right here. Then you want to, this is on a double hinge here and here. So you want to bring this tab right here to go into these slots right there that connect it in like so. Then you want to bring the nose cone up right here. This is also on the double hinge. So bring this out, and you want to bring that back here. For the head, you want to bring this down, fold the chest in. Now these two tabs right here on the side of the jet that you guys can see, it will go into these slots right there for the wings. And you connect it back in there. Now for the guns, you can remove it or keep it as it is. This part right here, the back, flip these up like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Fold the wings up like that. And there you have Air Rid in his combined form. And he does connect it to the back of the Superion legs right here. You can connect it to the left or the right. It doesn't matter, but much better to connect it to the left if you want to have it like, G1 accurate look. Just my opinion, so yeah. And pretty much that's it here. So let's transform him back to his jet mode, because let's actually do the actual transformation to robot mode. So yeah. And before anyone's going to ask in the comment section, how's my issue with dealing with Instagram? It's still the same. It's just, Meta AI is being dumb, and they really need to get their shit together, because this is actually getting annoying, and I'm still seeing a lot of reports happening on Twitter, even on Reddit. Yes, I do have a Reddit account for a long time, and I'm probably not going to make a Reddit server, so don't even bother asking me in the comment section, so yeah. So, transformation. First thing to do is by folding the landing gear right to the chest and remove the guns. Now the transformation for Air Rid is a little bit different, like skydive, because of the legs back there, so I will talk about it. So first thing to do is twist the wings back here, the tail wings back here like that. Then you want to flip the wings, the back of it right here like that. Next is open this up. And you want to bring all this down. There's a hinge here and a hinge here. So, of course, a double hinge. And there's tabs right there that you guys can see. There's two tabs. One here and one here. They're connected to these slots right there. So, connect that in like so. Bring all of this down like that. Next thing to do is untap these two right there. Because the difference is for Air Rid, that has like the legs stored in right there. And you have to fold it up, but it's kind of been a while for that, so my brain doesn't function. So anyways, untap these. Now before you actually connected the shins right there, you want to bring the feet out like so, because there are any tab. Then connect the shins like so. Disconnect the feet, bring this in here. Next is by splitting the legs right here. There's a tab on it, like so. And you got the legs done. Now for everything on the top part is easy and simple. First thing to do is come to the back, connect it right here. Move the wings back up for a little bit, because you want to unpack the arms. There's two pegs right here that connected to the elbows right there. But anyways, just bring the fists out like so. Twist the head around 180 degrees. It's on a ball joint, by the way. And for the wings, you can angle whatever you want, but I will say have it in this angle right here, if you want to. It's your choice. Now let's bring the back. Let's bring this back that far, and let's move the camera up a little bit. But I gotta straighten out the legs first before I do anything. And there you have Air Rid in his vehicle mode. And I'm actually pretty excited to have this in my collection, so yeah. The transformation is easy and simple, and I actually do like it a lot. And thank God the instruction makes sense for this one right here. So anyways, not only you got the red and the white showing up, and it does look good. Unfortunately though, the issue is in the back. Yeah, you do have some vehicle kill. You have some jet kibble at the back of it right there, which it is pretty annoying. Which it doesn't interfere for the legs, but for the arms, yeah, that's another star right there. Head sculpt on the other hand looks great. And by the look of it, I think it's like a painted of like gunmetal gray right there, but I think it's like a different shade of silver on the head right there, even this part right there in the forehead. So it does look pretty cool. And the face is painted in this lighter shade of gray right there. So pretty fantastic. And this is a good looking figure right there. Now, I don't have any issues with my copy, so there's no stiffness, there's no looseness, and there's no like issue like connecting all the other parts of it right there. So, there's actually no issues with my copy. Articulation wise, head does go 360 degrees right here. The arms, like I said, does go 360 degrees, but then the wings is in a way, so you can barely like do like this that far. So that kind of sucks. Arms does go in and out. A perfect 90-degree bend right there at the elbow. Swivel at the forearms right here. Wrist, unfortunately, only can go side to side like that, but that did a transformation, so no wrist movement for up and down and, 360 right there. You do have an actual waist swivel right there, full 360 like so. Legs can go forward, back that far. Legs can go in and out. A nice thigh swivel right there. A perfectly bent at the knee for 90 degrees right there. A super pivot, Jesus Christ. And the feet can go up and down like that, but of course I have to do the transformation. But you can still get some good decent pulsability with this figure. And it's actually pretty nice. And of course you do have weapon storage for the wings right here for the robots mode, but of course we need to connect it in for the hands. And you can see what he actually looks like right there of it. And thank God, like, the whole leg area right here is, like, covering up, like, the hollowness in there. Because you can see down here is hollow. But it's covered everything well. And I'm actually happy for that one. Of course, there's a little gap right there. But that's for the combination mode if you move the head all the way up like that. So, yeah. There's not much of it here to say. I'm happy to have this in my collection. So, I'm going to give it the final pose and give you guys my final results. So, I'll be right back. So overall, if you guys are looking at the find Air Rid in your collection, good. Because I think there's still other stores that might have it, but probably not. I did have to pay an awful price for this figure, which is about, I'll say almost about like $39 or $40. So, yeah. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to end this right here. So have fun, stay safe, and I'm out.